Hey everybody, a lot of you have asked me since you've seen that I got this SweetSpot Pro. Have I installed it yet? No. I am asking if I would do a video. Yes, I will. That's what we're going to do now. The first step is to install the sensor. So I've got the little electro discharge, safe bag here, and we'll open that so we can show you the sensor. It needs to go on a flat spot on the riser, and the only flat spot on this riser that's going to work is right here on the grip. So I've got the bow mounted in a vise, I've got the camera angled down, so you're not going to see anything but my hands and my feet. I will try to do the instructions justice. Donnie Thacker's done a video on this, but you may not have seen it. So I'll just show you, someone who has never used the product before installing it. So here we go. Here's the strain sensor. I'm going to be careful not to put my fingerprints on the back, but there you go, those little copper strain gauges. This is going to get mounted just like this to the riser, and you're going to super glue it down, and then it's going to be able to measure tension in the riser and turn that into data as far as how hard you're pulling on the shot. And then the idea is that it will help me to develop a better understanding of when I'm over pulling or leaking pressure. So first thing we need to do is clean this to get it completely grease free. So what I'm going to do, I'm walking away from the camera right now, but I'm getting they say use an alcohol wipe, but they don't include one, so what I do have is alcohol and a Q-tip. So I'm using denatured alcohol, not rubbing alcohol, and I just got a paper towel as far as something clean to wipe it down with when we're done. So this Q-tip's soaked in alcohol. This is just basically where we're going to glue the sensors. We don't have to do a whole lot of area. Okay, so that is completely grease free now. We don't need to do anything else to prepare it. The kit does include this tiny bottle of super glue, and I am going to use it. It also calls for putting a piece of packing tape on here, which I will show you shortly, in order to help you install it and center it and make sure it doesn't move. So I'm going to get that now. Simple shipping tape, doesn't have to be anything fancy. What you want to do is make sure that you cut a piece that is big enough to cover the sensor on every side. So we're going to do basically this. So let me get a piece of tape cut and I will show you. Okay, so we're going to take this piece of tape, we're going to lay the sensor on it. What this is going to allow us to do is position the sensor exactly where we want it. So we want it in the middle, as perfectly straight as possible. So when we feel like it's lined up dead on, I lightly, okay, that looks straight. So now I'm pressing down the bottom so that I can fold this back like a hinge. That will make it easy for me to lay it back down once the bead of super glue's on. Press the tape down and then wrap electrical tape around it to give it even pressure as the glue dries. So So I got the electrical tape out, just ready to be ready for, this is not included, packing tape's not included, you know, some of these things you're going to have yourself. But that's to basically, you know, be able to do our wrapping. And then when we're all done, then I will do an actual wrap on the entire system when I'm done. Because that way I can protect the sensor instead of leaving it exposed. So I like having the wrap on there anyway, so I think we're ready to start. I am going to use the included super glue. They don't say that you have to. They say it's okay if you use, you know, like a Gorilla super glue if you want, but they include a super glue, so I'm going to use it. I'm also going to use a toothpick to make sure that it's evenly spread. Okay, that thing does not want to stay back, so we'll have to open the glue and then use both hands. Once you get the cap, protective cap off, we got to cut this to be able to get any super glue out. So I'm just basically doing that, and then I'm going to get my toothpick handy, and okay, the glue's going to have to make its way down apparently. Okay, so there's a drop. It's fairly thick super glue, having used a lot of different viscosities. This is thick, which is good, makes it easy to tool, won't drip. Okay, now what we're going to do is just make sure that it's covering the sensors. That one got it. And then Donnie said, before I start that process, let go of the tape, in the video, that he likes to put a little bit here at the top just to secure the unit itself. Okay, so now what we're going to do is put this into place. So I let go of the Q-tip there. I line this up and you get one shot. Okay, so now that we've got this tape down, we're going to start wrapping it with electrical tape to, where's the beginning? In order to apply even pressure while the glue dries. So we're going to start at the top. We're going to go lightly at first, make sure everything stays lined up. Okay, now we're going to start to put some more tension on it now that nothing's going to move. Okay, so there we go. We've got the sensor taped down, got glue on it, nothing we can do now except wait and see how it turns out. Okay, that's going to be it for this video, because there's nothing else I can do at this point. I need to wait several hours for this to dry. Honestly, it's not very warm, and I don't know how much moisture is going to get to the sensor. So I'm going to just give it till tomorrow before I come back. So I will catch up with you guys again then. I'm not going to worry about putting on the rest of the pieces because I'd rather pan the camera back and do that. So that's it for now, guys. I'll see you in the next part.